Hey guys, I'm back for another review of another patent. This one goes way back, and I found this actually through the Digital Resource Foundation here. It's back in 1994 where somebody did a review of the literature. And so what we're going to do is look at this one. It's the first one that looks to be patented in 1863. I'm going to take you through a few of those things that are very interesting. So, Parmelee had a couple things that was really interesting. One is this atmospheric pressure, which is suction in a rubber bucket. And then he also had an articulation at the ankle, this knee joint, and at the toes. So pretty impressive for 1863. So let's take a look at the patent here. Here are some of the articulations. And we'll just take a look at some of the wording that I think is fairly interesting. So it talks about a lot of times people were using straps, Silesian belt and such, and still use them to this day. But he had found that this atmospheric pressure with this rubber vulcanized bucket can keep the patient in the prosthesis without straps. So pretty neat. One thing to note is the use of atmospheric pressure. That is really interesting. And this talks about suction. And one of the things that when I was reading about the atmospheric pressure, especially back in the 1800s and some of the stuff that they understood was, you know how you can take a cup of water and stick it down in and then into the water upside down and then pull up water and there's water inside the cup? That's one of the things that they understood, and that pressure is, I believe, what he's explaining in this patent. One of the other things that I just thought was very interesting was it talks about sweating. So we all know that people sweat in their prosthesis, and so they had a couple interesting things to do. Dry sponge, cotton wool, small bag of fused chloride of calcium in the bottom of the bucket. I thought that was pretty interesting. So, and then he goes into talking about some of the articulations and such in the feet itself. Really neat for 1863. So the three things that he claims, or four things, this atmospheric pressure or suction, the knee joint, having the articulated foot, and I'm guessing this is some sort of his ankle aspect. So anyway, 1863 looks like the first patent granted for artificial legs. Really neat, and already talking about suction. Pretty slick. So I think that is amazing. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll do another one maybe tomorrow.